Welcome back. Well, the fallout from this election will certainly be felt beyond Washington, with one Wall Street Journal columnist arguing that, in fact, the Tea Party's involvement could shake the way America does business. Robert Reich, Labor Secretary under President Bill Clinton, warning CEOs that they should be worrying about the Tea Party. Tom Borelli is a senior fellow at the National Center for Public Policy Research and was actually mentioned in the column. Dr. Borelli, always good to see you. You and Secretary Reich, I must say, make rather odd bedfellows, if I may say that. I mean, yet you think he got it right here, that business should fear the Tea Party. But aren't the values of the Tea Party, notably limited government, good for businesses which chronically are complaining that excessive government intervention deters investment and growth?
Well, that's the biggest myth out there these days. In fact, Obama's agenda was propelled by big business. Look at Obamacare. You had the pharmaceutical industry that was actually advertising for Obamacare. So he was a big ally. Cap and trade is another example. Many big businesses today are lobbying for big government, not limited government. And that's what the Tea Party is all about. It's about limited government and free enterprise.
Yeah. You know, it's no secret that in the past you have singled out, with pretty harsh language, General Electric, because it backed the stimulus and then, of course, received almost $50 million in grants and government contracts under the stimulus. In fact, I want to quote you. We'll put it up on the screen. This is what you said. Under CEO Jeff Immelt's leadership, GE has become an opportunistic parasite feeding on the expansion of government. Well, look, to be fair here, isn't it the job of corporate execs to maximize earnings and profits? And, you know, if taking government money accomplishes that, shouldn't they do that?
Well, I think they have to think longer term rather than short term. Look at the opportunity missed with Obama's failed $787 billion stimulus plan. If GE was lobbying for lower taxes, our economy would be growing. Instead, they had this narrow parochial view, which hasn't worked. We're losing jobs. The role of big business to look is beyond the next month, and a good CEO is to look years ahead, and he hasn't done that.
Yeah, they are, I will admit, often myopic. But let me take another example.
Sure.
GE manufactures, of course, wind and solar products and make a lot of money from it. So naturally, GE is backing cap and trade. Why? Because utilities would then have to buy its products. Now, clearly, there is a profit incentive there. What's the long-term harm which GE may be ignoring? Because if this really takes, those could be long-term sales in a long-term industry.
Greg, that's a great question. All you have to do is look to Europe. Europe and Spain particularly went on this, green agenda to build a green economy, and it hasn't worked. For every job they create and a green job, they lose 2 more jobs. Again, GE is trying to just focus on really looting the taxpayers through the government. And it's not a long-term business. You can't build a business when it's built on a foundation of sand.
Right.
You need a sound business plan, and we'll see what happens with the election.
And I don't want to misrepresent where you come from. You are a vocal supporter of the Tea Party, which is against, by the way, research and development subsidies from the government. If those are eliminated, how much damage would that do to American businesses and job creation?
Well, I think we have to look at our entire tax policy, and I think we have to go step by step. But the first thing is to create, again, the free market, stop this crony capitalism, which General Electric has been a big part of, and then we'll take it from there. But CEOs really have to look, because the Tea Party people are upset that they're responsible for Obamacare. Very unpopular, but it was the drug industry that brought us that. So, we the people are going to let the CEOs know there's going to be a price to pay when they come after our tax dollars.
Dr. Tom Borelli, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Julie?